So you're looking for a book, and I got the book for you guys. This book is great. It's actually another one of the books that I've read multiple times. I always go back to it. It's always got some great concepts in it. And for all those people out there who don't know who I am, my name is Marcus. This is Discover Ignite. And today we're going to do a book review on a book called How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big by Scott Adams. So without further ado, hold tight because we're going to do that review about now. So this particular book is one that I think it has great information in it, and I've read it multiple times because it's not only just a life story of Scott Adams, but it's actually quite humorous, right? He has a lot of humor through this book, and it's just about his life, right? About how he just seems to continue to fail in his life, but it's his consistency to keep moving forward and keep trying to do the things he wants to do, right? To actually make that Gilbert comic that he's so world renowned for, and how he couldn't even draw, and how he, taught himself to draw good enough to just to get it out there. And it's his life, right? And he just wants everybody to know that this is his life. Whatever you can find value out of it, essentially use that to your advantage and apply it in your life. And again, this story just has tremendous aspects, tremendous hurdles in his life that he overcomes. And some of the biggest ones being that he's able to use his hands. And it's not quite carpal tunnel. I don't know what it is exactly, what he was diagnosed with, but he couldn't use his hands, but he ended up manipulating his brain to actually be able to teach himself to write again, right? And it helped because they said whatever he was diagnosed with, that he couldn't actually be able to ever write again. And that's how he was making his living, right? He'll pick a different career, and he wasn't satisfied with that. And so there was a lot of different points in his life that the same thing not only happened to his drawing hand, but it actually happened to his voice. And so he had to, come back from that and come back from the hand thing. And it just seems like he keeps getting roadblocks thrown in his face, and he keeps just jumping over them and overcoming, right? And that's the big thing about the book that I really enjoyed, was he just overcame whatever he had in his life. And he has a good sense of humor about the whole thing, And I can only imagine how hard it was coming over some of that stuff, and the doctor telling you that you're not going to be able to ever speak again, or you're not going to be able to ever draw again. And especially when that's your livelihood, right? That's what you do. And for someone to tell you that you can't do it anymore, like, what would you do in that position? Like, would you stop, or would you continue pushing forward? And that's exactly what he did. He just kept pushing forward, and he succeeded, right? He kept failing till he succeeded. That's essentially what the book's about, is just failing till you succeed. A lot of people just get deterred in life about things, and they don't want to continue to press forward. And this book is a great reminder of that, right? That we can do great things. You just gotta be willing to, right? You can't just go with whatever somebody is telling you. You're going to have to keep pushing forward. You're going to have to find a way, right? Scott Adams found a way to overcome this, whatever this disease was, to, continue to be able to talk. Did it take time? Yes, it took time, but he came back from it. And then when he found out he wasn't able to draw anymore, he took time. He figured it out, right? And it's just his willpower to not let the world, stop him from achieving what he wanted to do, and to just keep failing your way all the way to the top. And that's exactly what he did. People didn't like his drawings. They said, you don't even draw good. How are you going to make a career of this? And he showed everybody, because Gilbert became huge, right? And even to this day, I mean, he's still trying to make movies and everything like that. And, he enjoyed the time when he was actually able to create a small series of Gilbert. And, I guess they got canceled after so long, but, his story is just phenomenal. And I've always, again, enjoyed books about people's stories and success and how, they overcome these hurdles. And it all kind of just leads back to the same thing, right? As long as you're consistent and you're, continuously trying to improve and continuously trying to, make it better and actually achieve the things that you set out to achieve. Right? Because it all comes down to that first time when you're like, well, this is what I want to do. And when you start out, you really have to concentrate on that, right? And that's exactly what Scott Adams does. This is what he wants to do. And, you put things in your sight, you put the goals in your sight that's going to achieve that. And then you just go, right? And there's no straight line, right? It's not from A to B. There's many roadblocks in the way, there's many lefts and many rights, and before you know it, eventually you do reach your goal, and that's what he proves in this book. So if you're looking for, a book on success, this book would be for you, because you definitely want to see what he goes through and see that the success is not in black and white, that you're going to be sidetracked a lot. There'll be a lot of major roadblocks that you don't even expect, and that you shouldn't let that deter you, that you should keep pushing forward and figure out a way, right? If there's a will, there's a way, right? That's what everybody always says, and it's completely true. If you really want it, if you really want the success, then you're gonna have to go through some obstacles, right? But that's what it's about. That's why people talk about the journey all the time, because it's never easy, right? There's always a lot of hard work and dedication that go behind it. But if you can, stay the course, that these things do pay out in the end, and they really don't look like they'll pay out in the end, but you have to just stay true to what you started out with, right? Stay true to your why. Why did you do it? Keep pushing forward, and you will achieve. So if you guys like this book review, please hit that like button. And until next time, I will see you guys later.